Welcome guys, in this video tutorial I am going to tell you how you can create your own real-time weather station. You do not need any temperature sensor, any pressure sensor or a humidity sensor. You only need one Node MCU board and a 20x4 LCD display. If you are having 16:2 LCD display, then it is also okay. So for that, let me show you the real-time data of my location. Like I live in Carrera, a small town in India. So I will get all the weather information of Carrera onto my 20x4 LCD module. So let me plug in my mini USB into this. So as you can see connecting, it is connected to my USSID and connected real-time weather station. Fetching current weather data from open weather map. I will tell you what is this. And this is my location, Carrera, India, and a clear sky. So here I am getting a temperature, pressure, humidity, wind like 33.7 degrees Celsius, and pressure, humidity, and the wind 3.02 meter per second, and the clouds is 0%. Like we're getting a clear sky, that means cloud is 0%. Yeah. So this is the real-time weather station. I am getting a real-time weather from Open Weather Map. What is this Open Weather Map? It is an online weather provider. Like it will provide us a API, and whenever we fire a web request to that server, to their server, the server will give us a weather information of your current location. So for explaining this whole project, I have to take you to my monitor screen to understand what is the wirings, like what are the circuit diagram of this project, and also what is this open weather map and how we'll get that API to fire a web request on their server, and also the code explanation. So for that, let me take you to my monitor screen. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram of the project. Here I have connected this VIN pin to the VCC pin of this LCD module, and the ground to the ground pin of the LCD module, and a D1 pin of the Node MCU to the SCN pin of the LCD. Basically the D1 pin of Node MCU is SCN pin, serial clock pin, which is mentioned in the data sheet, and also the D2 pin of the Node MCU is SDA pin, that is serial data pin. So that is connected to the SDA pin of LCD module. So this is a simple circuit diagram of the project. So this is the code for the project. Here I have used this basic library for Node MCU board. After that I am having Wi-Fi client secure library. Basically this library is used to establishing a secured connection between client and a server. After that I am having Arduino JSON library. This library is used to parse a JSON formatted document which we are going to receive from a server. And after that I am having liquid crystal underscore I2C library. This library is used to configure a I2 module with a LCD module. After that I am having wire library. This library is used to send a serial data and a serial clock from Node MCU to I2 board. And after that I am having two pointer type variables, SSID and password, which is used to hold my network credentials. And after that I am having a host. Okay, so this is the host from which we are fetching a real-time weather location weather data for a particular location. And after that I am having a HTTPS port. Okay, so what is this HTTPS port? Basically HTTPS is a communication protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, a secured version. So port for the secured version is 443 and port for unsecured version is 80. So we are using a secured version in this case, so we have defined the port is 443. After that I am having this certificate, after that I am having this fingerprint. Basically this fingerprint is a type of public key of a server. Like for understanding this fingerprint we need to understand the working of HTTPS protocol. So basically HTTPS protocol works on two keys, public and private keys. So server will provide you a particular private key on which whenever we fire a data using a server's public key, the server will going to respond you back using your private key. So this becomes a secured communication. That's why it is HTTPS. So what is that server's public key? That is this fingerprint. This is the public key of the server. So we are using this fingerprint to fire a data on a server, and fire a web request on a server, and server will use our private key to send the data back to us. Okay, so after that I have defined the time in millisecond. Like this is 10 minutes, in millisecond it became 6 lakhs. After that I am having some unsigned long type variable and string type variable, integer and float. These are some global variables which I have defined to use in my program. After that, I have defined a liquid crystal I2C object, and the object name is LCD, and I have passed I2 address and columns and rows as an argument. Okay, so this is for my basically I am using 20 cross 4 LCD module, so I have passed 20 here and 4 here as 20 columns and 4 rows. If you are using 16 cross 2, then pass in place of 20 16, and in place of 2 in place of 4 you can pass 2. Now comes his void setup. Here I have begun the serial communication at the baud rate of 115200. After that I have begun the LCD. After that I have begun the transmission of data like wire.begin. D2 is the SDA pin and D1 is the SCL pin, serial data and serial clock pins. And after that I am printing a blank line on serial monitor. Okay, after that I am printing connecting to, and similarly I am clearing my screen and setting cursor of my LCD. After that I am printing connecting and SSID on serial monitor. After that Wi-Fi.begin, the SSID and password. This function will connect my Node MCU to the internet. Okay, so if it is not connected, then remain in this loop and print this dot in every 0.5 seconds. Okay, after that I am clearing my LCD screen and setting cursor somewhere and printing something. And after that I am again printing something on serial monitor, and also I am printing the local IP of my Node MCU. After that I have given some delay like 1 second, and after that I am clearing my LCD screen and printing something on that. Okay, after that I am calling this open weather data. Okay, so this open weather data is a user defined function which I have defined. So let me take you to this function. Okay, so this is the function, and inside it I have defined a Wi-Fi client secure object, and the object is client. After that I am printing something on serial monitor. Also I am printing the fingerprint of a server and checking that fingerprint of a server is okay or not. If not client connected to the given host and a given HTTPS port, then print connection failed on the serial monitor and return it. After that I have the URL variable of a string type, and this is the URL. Also this is the API key which I have taken from Open Weather Map Data website, which I will show you how you can get your API key. And after that I am printing something on serial monitor. Okay, so this is the syntax for firing a web request to a server. We are firing a GET request and using this URL, and this is the URL. Okay, so the version of HTTP is 1.1 and the host is Open Weather Map, and the user agent is our ESP, and the connection, after that the connection is closed, and I am printing on serial monitor request sent. Okay, so now we are having this while client is connected. Okay, so for a time up to which the client is connected, and if the flag value is 1, then print these things on my LCD module and set the flag value to 0. And for the time the client is connected, then read the string, the data until we found the _n. Okay, so if we found a \r, then print headers received and set the flag value to 1. We are setting that flag value to 1 because we do not want these values to repeat again and again. We want these values to repeat in every 10 minutes because we are getting the real data in every 10 minutes. So I am setting this flag value to again 1. Okay, now I have defined a line variable of string type, and I am reading a string until I found the \n. Okay, so this line and this line is different. This line is for when we are connected to the client and we have not received the headers. After that I have received the headers, these lines will disappear, and because of that I have again defined the string type variable line, and I am again reading this up to this \n because we are having the data in the client object. After that the line contains all the JSON formatted data, so we are checking if it is start with code or not. If it is starting with code, then print on serial monitor ESP8266 CI successful, otherwise print CI has failed. After that I am printing on serial monitor reply was and these equal sign, and again these equal signs and closing connection. Okay, I forgot to mention serial.print. Okay, wait a minute. And the line which will contain whole data. Okay, so the reply was, and whole of the reply I am printing using this line variable, and after that I am printing closing connection. Okay, so I have used this replace function to replace these square brackets with these spaces. We are using Arduino JSON library to parse the JSON document. So for parsing the JSON document, if we are having these square brackets in the document, then in the JSON data, then we have some errors. So for neglecting those errors and for ease for the parsing, we are just removing these square brackets using these blank spaces. Okay, after that I am printing that line again, like here I have printed that data, that JSON data using these brackets. After removing these brackets, I am again printing that JSON formatted document data, and after that I am defining the buffer size to be 1024, and here I am assigning this buffer size to the static JSON document, and this is the document doc. After that I am having this character array named JSON, and I am calculating the length of the array using the length function, and after that I am assigning the data into the character array by using a function toCharArray and passing JSON and the size of JSON, like JSON array and the size of JSON array as an argument. And as we all know that the C compiler automatically assigns a backslash character after a string over. So in this case we are manually assigning a string to an array, so we have to assign a \0 character at the end of the string. So I am manually assigning this \0 character at the end of the string. After that I am having my deserialization error object, and I am giving deserialization JSON, and I am giving a document and a JSON array as an argument. After that, if error occurred, then print on a serial monitor deserialization failed, and print the error which has occurred and return it. Okay, after successful parsing all the necessary things, like I want location, country, description, temperature, humidity, pressure, wind, clouds, then these is going to be extracted from that JSON document after the document was successfully parsed. So okay, so in this case location, country and description are the local variables because I have defined these in this function only. So I have to assign these into the global variables, which I have done here, and all of these are already assigned to the global variables, so no need to assign these again. Okay, after that I am printing all these values which I have extracted onto the serial monitor. So here our user defined function ends. Now comes this while loop. So here is our void loop. Here I have defined this millis function to the current time variable. Okay, so what this millis function do is, this millis function count the number of times this program runs at the moment we upload this code to our node MCU or any other microcontroller. Okay, so after that I am checking if 10 minutes is over or not. Basically the current time minus the previous time. If greater than equals to time, this time is of 10 minutes, and if this 10 minutes, if this condition is greater, that means the 10 minute is greater. So this condition will check is 10 minutes over or not. If 10 minutes over, then it will print on serial monitor current time, and it will again call this function which we have just understood, and after that it will assign the previous time is equals to current time. That means if now it is 10, then after some time it became 20, then 20 minus 10 is again 10. So basically here I am using this logic to matching the time. Okay, after that if this condition fails, like if the 10 minute is not over, then this else condition will call. Okay, and after that in this condition I am clearing my screen and setting cursor somewhere and printing something, and also I am setting cursor somewhere and again printing something and giving some delay. Same I am doing with here, and also here I am doing something on LCD. The whole code will do something on LCD. Basically this whole code will print all the temperature values, humidity values, wind, cloud, humidity, each and everything is going to be here in this else condition. So this is the whole code for this project. Okay, so let me show you the serial monitor. As you can see, this is blank because I have already uploaded the code. Let me hit the reset button of node MCU. Yeah, I have hit the reset button. Connecting to Vivo, Wi-Fi connected, and the local IP is this, and the connecting to Open Weather Map using the fingerprint, and request has been sent and headers also received. Let me show you the response. Okay, so this is the response which we have received, and also I have passed this response using the Arduino JSON library, and I have extracted these things like Carrera, India, clear sky is the current weather status, and this is the temperature in Kelvin, which I have converted into the degree Celsius, and after that this is the humidity, and this is the pressure, this is the wind speed, and this is the cloud status. Let me show you this Carrera in this JSON format. Just wait a minute. Okay, so see here the name of the location is Carrera. That means this this weather station fetches the weather data of your location. So this is the code for the project. So now I'll tell you how you can get your API key. So for that, go to your web browser and type open weather and map and enter. Okay, so go to this first link, open weather map, current weather data and forecast. Okay, so this is their home page, the open weather maps home page. Here you will find in the upper right corner the sign up button. While clicking on that button, you will get your account created, and after whatever the username you have set for your account, it will show here. Like for mine, it is showing Harshit G123, as I have already completed my account here. So just click on it and go to here my API keys. Okay, so this is the API key for the project which I have shown in my code. So this is the API key, and also you will get that fingerprint of the server by right clicking and going to this inspect. And now go to the securities. After that, click on view certificates. Okay, this pop-up window will open, and after that go to this details here, and after that you have to go to the thumbprint at the last. So this is the fingerprint of the server. Just copy this fingerprint and paste this fingerprint in your code where I have pasted. Let me show you that. So this is the fingerprint which we have just copied and pasted here, and also this is the API key which we have get from that open weather map server. This is the API key. This is the API key by default we are getting, and we can also generate a new API key from here and click on generate button. And this is the API key. Just copy this API key from here and paste it here. So this is our whole project. Thank you.